November 11th, 1918. After 4 years of war, you wake up in a trench on the Western Front. You don't know it yet, but this will be your final morning as a soldier. The first thing you hear is not birds, not voices from home, but the distant thunder of artillery. Your uniform is worn, your boots are covered in mud, and the man beside you looks just as tired as you feel. Rumors have spread through the trenches. Some say peace talks are happening. Others say the war could continue for months. You pull out a small letter from home. It has been folded and read so many times that the paper is beginning to fall apart. Then, through the fog, a messenger arrives. Everyone stops talking. Something has changed. The messenger steps into the trench. Every conversation stops. After 4 years of waiting, everyone hopes this is the news they've been praying for. The officer reads the message quietly. The rumors are true. Negotiations are happening. The war might actually end. For a moment, nobody speaks. After years of fighting, the idea of peace feels almost impossible to believe. But then another order arrives. Until the official ceasefire begins, your position must hold. The enemy is still across the field. You look across no man's land. Somewhere out there are soldiers who are waiting for the same news you are. Your hands tighten around your rifle. The war may be ending, but you still have one more day to survive. The morning passes slowly. The battlefield feels different, quieter than usual, but everyone knows silence can disappear in an instant. An officer approaches with new orders. The enemy position ahead must be taken before the ceasefire can begin. You check your equipment one last time. Your hands have done this countless times before, but today feels different. You look around the trench. The men decide you are not just soldiers anymore. They are the people who survived this war with you. The whistle is raised. The sound that has sent millions of men forward echoes one final time. You climb out of the trench and step into no man's land. The ground beneath your feet is the same battlefield that has taken so much from both sides. Ahead, the enemy line appears through the smoke. Behind you is everything you've known. In front of you is the final chapter of the war. You move through the smoke. Every step could be your last, even though peace is only hours away. The sound of gunfire echoes across the battlefield. Neither side knows who will survive long enough to hear the silence. You reach the edge of an abandoned shell crater. Beyond it, the enemy trench is finally within sight. For a brief moment, you see an enemy soldier looking back at you. He looks just as exhausted as you are. Neither of you chose this morning. Both of you are only trying to survive long enough to see the war end. Then, someone checks the time. Less than 30 minutes remain until 11 o'clock. The battle continues, but everyone can feel it. History is only minutes away. The order is shouted down the line. Forward! One last assault begins. You sprint across no man's land. Every second feels like an eternity as shells explode around you. The final enemy trench is only yards away. You dive into a shell crater as the ground shakes beneath you. Your squad pushes forward together. After years of fighting, this is the final charge. You reach the trench just as the enemy begins to pull back. The battle that has lasted 4 years is finally fading. You see an enemy soldier emerge from the trench. You take your shot and he falls to the ground. Everyone waits. One final minute remains before the guns fall silent forever. The battlefield suddenly changes. The constant gunfire simply stops. You lower your rifle. For the first time in years, there's nothing left to shoot at. The explosions are gone. All you can hear is the wind moving through the broken trees. Slowly, soldiers begin climbing out of their trenches. No one is running anymore. Across the field, the enemy does the same. After years of fighting, they're just men trying to go home. Some shake hands. Others simply stand in silence, unable to believe the war is finally over. You take one last look across the battlefield, hoping you'll never have to see it again. The journey home begins. For the first time in years, you aren't marching toward another battle. The roads are crowded with soldiers. Everyone is exhausted, but every step feels lighter than the last. You pass the places where friends once stood beside you. Some will never make this walk. The war is over, but its memories will stay with you for the rest of your life. You've survived the final battle of World War I. Millions of others never got the chance to go home. History will remember the war, but you will remember the people. The fighting had finally ended. After more than 4 years of war, the guns across the Western Front fell silent. World War I claimed the lives of an estimated 20 million people and forever changed the course of history. When the guns finally fell silent, the world was forever changed. Millions had been lost, and countless lives would never be the same. For those who survived, the war was over, but its memories would remain for a lifetime. Though the battle had ended, the lessons of sacrifice, loss, and the cost of peace would never be forgotten.